Hi Scorpios, welcome to your April Zodiac reading. Last month I had an overwhelming number of views from you guys and I was really touched by that and your support. So I'm going to try out a special Tree of Life variation on you today as a thank you. So as I was shuffling and laying out your cards, there was this sense of having to always be right about things, and that it's actually causing a lot of resistance within some of you, and I feel like that April is going to offer some opportunities for you to be faced with some certain aspects of your character which need to be worked on. Because for a lot of you, you have put the work in, you've put a lot of work in. We've just had Mercury retrograde, which was very much a kind of going within reflective period. And nothing is going to be sent to you that you can't deal with. But I feel like April is going to be sending some challenges, which you need to overcome in order to relax into a more settled, grounded state. Let's see what the cards say. And we'll continue to talk about that. So the first card is your situation now. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's this sense of wanting to do something good to help others around you or the world, but sometimes it can be taken in the wrong way. It's almost this feeling of kind of almost feeling misunderstood, and I feel that this this kind of lovely, kind, positive energy needs to be channeled in a slightly different way. I'm not sure exactly how yet, but let's see. So, message from your higher self or from spirit. This is about remembering what's important to you, actually. So with this message that you're sending, that you're wanting to help someone or to help a cause, I think it's really important to remember and to really embrace where that message is coming from, which is a place of goodness and understanding and kindness, rather than being okay, so maybe this is coming back to this thing, rather than of being right and putting your beliefs and advice onto other people from an egoic point of view, but to come back to that place of knowing why you're doing something, which is for the greater good or for the good of others. Just to check in with, is this definitely the right thing for the other person, or is this me wanting to just put my message across and be heard? Because if it's coming from a good place, then I feel sure that the energy of that message will be felt by the other person or other people. But sometimes it's not always needed. Advice isn't always needed, and it can actually, by not always speaking everything that you're thinking and every advice that you want to give, you can actually become more into that relaxed state that I talked about, and practicing acceptance of everyone else. I kind of have this image of like being caught in a finger trap, like the more that you resist and pull, the more tension is building up, and I just get this sense of having to kind of like relax back in again, and that this is what I really feel from this, is this kind of need to relax a little bit more and to accept obstacles. This is about feminine energy and this kind of receptivity. The masculine is more this kind of energy output and perhaps putting energy onto others, which can be really lovely when shared. But for me here, this is about embracing more the feminine, which is the energy coming in. So perhaps to just try a more kind of observant perspective, just observe how people are. Observe what people are saying to you without the need to necessarily comment on everything and to judge everything. Observe what they're saying and observe your thoughts that are occurring whilst they're saying that. Okay, so how to overcome some of these obstacles. I feel like this is about getting to the heart of the matter in terms of what is it that person is saying to you. What is the real message behind what they're saying? If they're talking about, for example, something that they're going through, is the main crux of the matter that they want to be heard by you? Or do you feel that they are wanting your input? A lot of people will ask if they want input. But I feel like for a lot of people, they just really want to be heard, because I feel like in our society, not many of us feel heard. So it can be, I think, yeah, the biggest gift that you can give to someone is just to sit and listen to them. But really, this is, for me, is about getting to the crux of the matter and really identifying what it is that person needs, not what it is that we want to give them. So the outcome of this work, this is a real change of adjustment of a personality, because I feel for a lot of you this has been a kind of a habit and something that has caused you many problems over time and has caused a lot of frustration and feeling misunderstood. And I feel like, yeah, this by connecting to people in this slightly different way, in this more kind of receptive way, is actually freeing something up within you that has been shut away for a long time. And I just feel this real more kind of, yeah, it's again just coming back to that kind of relaxed state again and just enjoying life, and more just like watching a film, you know, rather than having to be involved in and try to change certain things. It's about very much coming at life from a more observant point of view rather than from an egoic point of view. So another change from this. There's going to be a lot more energy clearing for you. You're going to have a lot more headspace and a lot more energy every day when you wake up, because you know, lots of things take our energies, and if we're not aware of them, they can be depleted very quickly, especially if you're a sensitive person. So I feel like this more observant state is actually going to open up a lot more energy physically for us, because our mind is not going to be using up so much of it. So I'm going to pull one more card for you guys. Okay. Can you see that? There is a real sense of balance and peace and calmness here, which I feel like, yeah, for a lot of you is going to be very welcome, because March has entailed a lot of different things going on, a lot of different energies, and brought up some confusion, I feel, in some ways. Things, you've been shown things in a new way. Not in a new way, but you've been shown things which you're now ready to deal with. We had the new moon in March, early March, which was really about exactly that, kind of bringing things up, which long-standing things, and really putting them right in front of us to say, like, right, are you ready to face this now and jump out of this cycle, or would you want to repeat this cycle again and again? And I feel for you guys, yeah, with this work, there is a real huge opportunity to jump out of this cycle, create more energy for yourself, and at the same time giving more to others, in a way, because you'll have more. It will be from a much more place of strength and healthiness within ourselves to give to others. So that's a really lovely card. That's a really nice outcome for April. So thank you again for everyone's support. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you again for a new moon video next week, and for the May monthly zodiacs. Okay, until then, goodbye.